matter pertains to appointment to the post of Deputy Director Law in the other backward class category. Appointments to the vacancies in the aforesaid post were to be made in the Office of Competition Commission of India. The three appellants in these three appeals were also the candidates who appeared in the written test. Qualifying the written test, they also faced the interview. However, their names did not appear in the list of candidates finally selected. According to the appellants, their non-selection was the result of altering the prescribed mode of selection midway, that is, after the initiation of recruitment process, which was impermissible. This contention has not found favor with either the learned single judge in the writ petitions filed by them or the division bench of the High Court in the appeals filed by them challenging the order of the learned single judge. Bone of contention before us also remains the same. Therefore, the issue which needs to be decided is as to whether there was any change in the mode of selection after the process of selection had started. CCI had issued a notification through public notice inviting applications for various posts. We are concerned with the post of Deputy Director Law, for which 13 vacancies were added. Clause 7 of the notification stipulated the mode of selection in the following manner. All the applications received by the due date will be screened with reference to the minimum qualification criteria. From among the eligible candidates, suitable candidates will be shortlisted through a transparent mechanism, and the shortlisted candidates will be called for interview before final selection. Mere fulfilling of minimum qualifications by itself would not entitle any applicant for being called for interview. The eligibility, qualification, experience required for this post was also provided in the advertisement. It is undisputed that the appellants fulfilled the eligibility condition, being holder of degree of Bachelor of Law professional as well as 3 years experience in the relevant field, including in the corporate sector. Written test for this post was held on for shortlisting of candidates for interview. Admit card was also issued to the appellants for appearing in the written test along with the detailed instructions, including the scheme of examination. Paragraphs 4 and 9 of the instructions which were given to the examinees of the candidates are relevant for our purposes, and therefore we produce the same hereunder. The selection to all the positions advertised will be based on a written test followed by an interview. This appeal is directed against the judgment and order of the Delhi High Court, by which it allowed the appeals of the 2 respondents, set aside the judgment and decree passed by the trial court, and permitted the appellants to file their written statements within 4 weeks from the date of the judgment, directing further that the trial court would then proceed with the suit and dispose it of in accordance with law. The appellant, Mr. SDFC, instituted a suit under Order 37 of the Code of Civil Procedure 1908 for realization of its dues against defendant number 1 and the two respondents who were the guarantors to the loan. According to the case of the plaintiff on defendant number 1, who was the owner of a plot of land, approached the plaintiff for a loan for constructing a house on the plot. The loan was sanctioned. Defendant number 1 executed the loan agreement and a promissory note in favor of the appellant. In addition, defendant number 1 also created inequitable mortgage in favor of the plaintiff by depositing the title deeds of the plot in question. The other two defendants, respondents, before this court stood guarantee for repayment of the loan and executed the letters of guarantee on the execution of the necessary documents. The loan was disbursed to defendant number 1 in 2 installments. The loan amount, along with interest at the rate of 15% per annum, was to be repaid in equalized monthly installments over a period of 180 months, and in case of default, according to the terms of the loan, the outstanding would attract additional interest at the rate of 18% per annum. The defendants defaulted in payment of the EMIs, and as a result, a large sum was outstanding against them. The defendants did not pay the installments despite letters and reminders. Hence, the plaintiff invoked the guarantees and intimated the two respondents that in case of failure to make the payment, legal proceedings would be instituted against them. Despite the present letter and legal notices sent on behalf of the appellant, the defendants did not pay the outstanding amount of ₹4 lakh, and the plaintiff was thus left with no option but to institute the suit for realization of its dues from defendant number 1 and the guarantors of the said loan as such. It is clear from the discussion made herein above that the said case was not one relating to compounding of offence. Apart from that, the court found that the dues of the banks have been satisfied by receiving the money, and the suits filed by the bank in the civil court have been compromised. The FIRs were filed in 1987-88, and the investigation had not been completed till 91. On those facts, the court rendering the judgment in July 96 felt that having regard to the lapse of time and also having regard to the fact that there is a compromise decree satisfying the bank's dues, there is no purpose in allowing the criminal prosecution to proceed. On these considerations, this court held the closing of section 482 of Criminal Procedure Code. In the first of those cases, the learned judges held that the bank filed suits for recovery of the dues on account of grant of credit facility, and the suits have been compromised on receiving the payments from the concerned company. The learned court held it an offence of cheating is prima facie constituted. Such offence is a compoundable offence, and compromise decrees passed in the suits instituted by the banks for all intents and purposes amount to compounding of the offence of cheating. In that case, the court came to the conclusion that since the claims of the banks have been satisfied and suits instituted by the banks have been compromised on receiving payments, the court felt that the complaint should not be perused any further, and therefore the court, the decision of the High Court in quashing the complaint does not require any interference under Article 136 of the Constitution. It shall be stated with certitude that it is absolutely necessary to direct the DRAT to proceed with the appeal de novo. Hence we refrain from adopting the said course. Resultantly, the appeal is allowed to the extent indicated herein above. In the facts and circumstances of the case, there shall be no order as to cause. The appeal is allowed as for the provision of the law and procedure enshrined in various acts as such has provided that if the dispute and demand is settled by the authority and pending proceedings were withdrawn by an importer, the balance demand against the importer shall be dropped and the importer shall be immune from any penal proceedings under any law. The court also came to the conclusion that under the Customs Act 1962, the appellant have been discharged and the scheme granted them immunity from prosecution. On those facts, the court held that the immunity which has been granted under the provisions of Customs Act will also extend to such offences that may prima facie be made out on identical allegation, namely evasion of customs duty and violation of any notification under the said act. The court also found on a reading of the charge sheet and the FIR that there was no allegation against the appellant of any intentional deception of fraudulent or dishonest intention. On those facts, the court held that once a civil case has been compromised and the alleged offence has been compounded, the continuance of the criminal proceedings thereafter would be an abuse of the judicial process. Reliance was also placed on the judgment of this court in the case of CBI and other. In paragraphs 30 and 31 of the judgment, this court held that dispute between company and the bank have been set at rest on the basis of compromise arrived at between them. The court noted that bank does not have any claim against the company. The court poses the question whether the power of quashing criminal proceeding was suffering from some disability. A person to represent the opposite category of persons is only competent to compound the offence, and in such cases the permission of the court is statutory required. Section 320 within bracket 4 also reiterates the same principle by providing that when a person who is otherwise competent to compound an offence is dead, his legal representatives are defined under the Code of Civil Procedure may, with the consent of the court, compound such offence. The learned Solicitor General then challenged the orders of the Division Bench of the High Court on the ground of violation of the principles of natural justice. It was contended that while the High Court had concluded the hearing on reserved judgment on 20th July 2011 by order dated 12th October 2011, it directed the Speaker to place on record the status of the proceedings relating to the disqualification petitions, although the same were duly filed without giving the parties further opportunity of hearing with regard to the said proceedings. The revision bench directed the matter to be listed for further consideration on 19 December 2011. It was submitted that though the bench did not assemble on 19 December 2011, the division bench delivered the impugned judgment on 20th December 2011 without any further opportunity of hearing to the parties. The learned Solicitor General submitted that the procedure adopted was contrary to the law laid down in another case wherein it was stated as under, in view of the limited scope of judicial review that is available on account of the finality clause in paragraph 6 and also having regard to the constitutional intent and the status of the repository of the judicatory power, that is Speaker or the Chairman. Judicial review cannot be available at a stage prior to the making of a decision by the Speaker, Chairman, and a quick time action would not be permissible, nor would interference be permissible at any and in between stage of the proceedings. Exception will however have to be made in respect of cases where disqualification or suspension is imposed during the pendency of the proceedings, and such disqualification or suspension is likely to have grave, immediate and irreversible repercussions and consequences. The learned Solicitor General sought to re-emphasize the fact that the present case is not a case involving disqualification or suspension of a member of the House or the Speaker during the pendency of the proceedings, but it relates to disqualification proceedings pending before the Speaker, which were not being disposed of for one reason or the other. It was submitted that the fact that the Speaker had not finalized the disqualification petitions for almost a period of 2 years could not and did not vest the High Court with power to usurp the jurisdiction of the Speaker and to pass interim orders. A further application was filed by one Mr. A.K. Arora, who is also an MLA of the Haryana Vidhan Sabha. The prayer in all the said applications was for leave to intervene in the special leave petition filed by the Speaker of the Haryana Vidhan Sabha. The same were allowed by order dated 28 February 2012. Pursuant to the same order, Budget Senior Counsel appeared for the leader of the opposition and the other interveners urged that the orders passed by the Speaker on 9 and 10 November 2009 were void ab initio and in excess of jurisdiction. However, in the lengthy submissions advanced by the advocate in relation to the provisions of erstwhile paragraph 3 and 4 of the 10th schedule to the Constitution, reference was made to various decisions of this court. The same are, however, all based on decisions taken by the Speaker on the question of split or merger. While in the instant case, we are concerned with the inaction of the Speaker in disposing of the disqualification petitions filed by the respondent number 1 on the jurisdiction of the High Court to issue interim orders restraining a member of the House from discharging his functions as an elected representative of his constituents, despite the provisions of paragraph 6 of the 10th schedule to the Constitution. One of the said issues raised by the senior advocate concerns the competence of the High Court to assume jurisdiction under Order 41/33 CPC when disqualification petitions were pending. The Speaker and were yet to be disposed of. Another important issue which arises that the submissions made on behalf of the respective parties is whether the question of disqualification on account of merger which had been accepted by the Speaker could have been entertained by the Speaker under paragraph 4 of the 10th schedule when such powers were vested exclusively in the Speaker under paragraph 6 thereof, relying on the earlier decisions of this court. The learned single judge came to the conclusion that while passing an order under paragraph 4 of the 10th schedule to the Constitution, the Speaker does not act as semi-judicial authority and that such order would necessarily be subject to adjudication under paragraph 6. Accordingly, the main challenge to the imputed decision of the division bench of Punjab and Haryana High Court is with regard to the competence of the Speaker of the Assembly and decide the question of disqualification of the members of the Haryana Janhit Congress Party on their joining the Indian National Congress Party on the basis of the letters written by the 5 members of the former legislature party. Clause 2 defines the expression very prestigious unit as a new industrial unit established in any panchayat samiti of the state during the period of this scheme in which investment in fixed capital is ₹100 crores or more. However, the progressive investment of the amount of project cost as appraised by the financial institutions shall be considered as investment made by a unit, and as soon as such investment reaches or crosses the point of ₹100 crores during the operative period of the scheme, the unit shall acquire the status of a very prestigious unit for the purpose of claiming enhanced proportionate benefits under this scheme. The very prestigious unit means a new industrial unit established in any panchayat samiti in the state during the operative period of the scheme, and the other important requirement is the investment in such industrial unit must be ₹100 crores or more. The second limb of the definition clause provides for a new industrial unit to acquire the status of very prestigious unit. The project cost as appraised by the financial institution shall be considered as investment made by a new unit. The progressive investment of the amount of project cost as soon as it reaches or crosses the point of ₹100 crores during the operation of the scheme, the industrial unit shall acquire the status of a very prestigious unit in order to claim enhanced proportionate benefits under the scheme. Clause 2 provides for constitution of a screening committee for the purpose of consideration and to grant eligibility certificate under the new incentive scheme both for small and medium and also large-scale industrial units to avail benefit under the new incentive scheme. The note appended to this subclause speaks of small-scale units, medium-scale units, and large-scale units. A small-scale units means a unit of investment in plant and machinery does not exceed rupees 60 lakhs. A medium-scale unit means a unit of which the project cost does not exceed rupees 5 crores, and large-scale unit means a unit of which the project cost exceeds rupees 5 crores. Clause 3 of the notification speaks of applicability of this scheme. By this clause, the state government has made the scheme applicable to 1 new industrial units, 2 industrial units going in for expansion or diversification, and 3 sick units. Clause 4 provides for exemption for payment of sales tax. Part as we have observed earlier, an Excel sheet has 5 columns. The second column speaks of type of units. The third, withdraw this. Liberty is also given to the auction purchaser to file action against the bank for any omission committed by it. Liberty is given to the appellant as well as to the builder to get the registry executed in favor of the appellant within 2 months thereafter, that is, after the elapse of 45 days mentioned above. Stamp duty, etc. will be paid by the appellant. The bank is further directed to furnish the statement of account minus the penal clause within 10 days. The bank is further directed to return the amount deposited by the auction purchaser in the sum of rupees 25 lakhs along with the normal interest at the rate of 9% per annum. Simple without prejudice to his right against the bank. The matter stands disposed of. Auction purchaser and the appellant are directed to sign this order. Agreed by the opposite order. The bank preferred writ petition and raised 2 contentions, namely 1. The DRAT had modified a reasonable and detailed order passed by DRT by this very unexpected and unreasonable order, and 2. That the DRT erred in granting liberty to the third respondent to initiate any action against the bank for any omission. The High Court, by the imputed order in the first paragraph, dealt with the element of the claim of penal interest and opined that the grievance of the bank was baseless. Thereafter, adverting to the grant of 9% interest towards deposit made by the auction purchaser with the bank, observed that there was no error in the same as the money was lying with the bank. Thereafter, the writ court proceeded to observe as learned counsel for the auction purchaser points out that in fact this interest of 9% is really not full compensation, but only part compensation as liberty has been granted to the auction purchaser to pursue the remedy against the bank, as according to the auction purchaser, this property was auctioned by the petitioner bank without even disclosing the factum of the case pending between the owner and the bank in the DRT. We see no reason to exercise our extraordinary writ jurisdiction under Article 26 of the Constitution of India. The learned senior counsel appearing for the appellant submitted that though two issues were raised, yet he would confine his relief to the second one only. Translation.